I am your astrologer, Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here's your daily forecast for the day of Friday, January 12th, 2018. Now today, I'm going to tell you all is a very weird day. I have not seen a day like this, I want to say, since I've been doing horoscopes, which granted isn't that long. I've only been doing daily horoscopes for maybe about 6 months, at least my videos especially, and I have not seen a day quite like this. What makes it so weird, in my opinion, okay, is that after the moon moves into Sagittarius, which it did around midnight last night and into this morning, right here, it basically does nothing. The moon does nothing the whole day, which is very, very strange for the moon for an entire 24 hours to not make any aspects, at least any major ones. It makes some semi-squares and quintiles here, but it doesn't make any major ones, and that's very, very strange. Okay, a matter of fact, the next aspect the moon is going to make after hanging out in Sagittarius from midnight is actually going to be at midnight tonight once again here, and it's going to be in a square with Neptune, and that to me is just unusual because yeah, it just doesn't happen that often. All right, and when the moon doesn't do anything, I normally say that we don't do anything either. It's very hard for things to stick. You know, the moon rules such an intimate part of our self, our emotions, what we feel on the inside. And when the moon doesn't do anything and doesn't connect to any of the other planets, it's hard for us as well to connect to our life, to connect to the other people, the other things, the other situations that we have going on. So I don't always like a void moon, which is what this is. But I'm feeling something a little bit different today just because this void moon is so long, We're gonna have such a long time in between when the moon makes one aspect and when the moon makes another, that I think some other things are going to happen. And I think we're going to be able to feel some other stuff going on in the background more. All right. So that's just how I'm thinking about it. What this all means to me, now that I've kind of thrown that all out there, I hope I haven't confused you all, is because the moon is in Sagittarius and just hanging out there, I think today is a great day to get right with yourself, to understand your life, to make sense of it, to let everything that has happened to you, like the past 2.5 years, since we're still dealing with Sagittarius stuff here, to have all of that come hit you, to make sense of it all, to understand your life, to adjust your belief systems to be more positive and to put them in the place that it is that they need to be, okay? And I think today is going to give you that time and that break here to really start to adjust your perspective, to think about life in the right way, and to get on track with where your life is going and with what is happening. I know I spent a video talking about that, what, 2 days ago? That was a big thing when we had the moon coming here on top of Jupiter, since Jupiter rules Sagittarius. But I think there are still some things with our beliefs about that we need to figure out, that we need to get right with and make our peace with, and that we need to be okay with before we can move forward. And I think today is the day to use the day to say, okay, this is my new life. Like, this is my new normal, my new existence that I've been talking about after all of these changes are coming. How can I get right with this? How can I feel okay with what is happening? How can I trust that I'm moving in the right direction and believe the right things about my life so that I can move forward? And I think that is the main thing today, to give yourself some time and some space away from all the craziness here to understand what is going on with you, to make your peace with everything, to make sense of everything, and to prepare for what it is to come. All right, and I think if you can do that, today is, I think today is, to be honest, I think today is going to be a good day, even if it is kind of like a little bit of an unusual one that I haven't seen in a while astrologically, but I think it's going to give you some time to do that. All right, and to use this time here to make sense of your life. At the end of the day at midnight, when the moon does come into this square to Neptune, there could be some confusion at midnight about your life, about some new thing that you're doing, about how it is that you're making sense of your life moving forward, but really needing, I'm telling you, to use this day to just overcome some things from the past that are holding you back, to get right inside with where your life is going, to understand it better, and to just feel okay with what is happening. Okay, and to do some soul searching, to dig inside here, to just feel better about what's going on, and to get in touch spiritually with where it is that you need to go, and to not get too hurt or upset or confused about some things that are happening to you, and needing to put your life in the right perspective, okay? I think that's really all I can say about today, because there's not too much going on here. And just really needing to do that. All right. So I actually think today is going to be really helpful and really useful if you use it to just calm down, chill out, understand where your life is going here, and to make sense of it so that you can start to settle in to where your life is going and to move forward. Okay, another reason why I think today could be a very good day here to understand and to make sense of your life and where it's going is because on top of this moon not really doing much, giving us space to breathe, to figure things out, we still do have Mercury and Saturn here in a conjunction in Capricorn. I think bringing some stability into our life too, really helping us perhaps to think very seriously about where our life is going. So there could be lots of thought here about not only what your life means, but where it's going from this point on. I think could come in. Committing to a way of thinking about your life as well could be a big thing. You could feel a little restricted here with your mind and the way you're thinking and communicating here about your life, but needing to be dedicated and disciplined, needing to think seriously about what's going on and what's happening here, and needing to let yourself commit to a new path, a new direction, and a new belief system. And I think if you can do this, this Mercury Saturn thing is going to be fine. It's not going to be hard for you at all. Okay, another thing that also is going on here during this day, which is really a timeout, I think, to get right with ourselves and to make some plans for the future and to understand your life better so that you can really begin to step into the best life possible for you. While that's going on, we also do have the Sun and Venus here. Again, I know I've been talking about this coming into a square with Uranus and a sextile with Chiron. The square to Uranus could be a little difficult, bringing up some unexpected things today with relationships and with money while we're trying to understand our life better and really begin to commit to a new life direction and begin to move forward here. Either some other people do some unexpected things to you, or you want to break free from some things that are holding you back to move forward. But I think these unexpected things, even if they feel a little jarring when they first come up, are going to be really positive. They're meant here with this sextile to Chiron to help you feel better about life, to help you just understand your life better, be more at peace with where your life is going, and overcome some things from the past so that you really can move forward in a really big way. And with the Sun and Venus also making, and Pluto also making a sextile over to Mars and Jupiter, I think today is going to be just such a powerful day internally here to understand the transformation that is taking place in your life, to get on board with it, to feel comfortable about it, to start to make sense of it all and just feel better about it all and begin to just step into it in a way that feels more peaceful for you. And I think today is just a good day to understand that, to allow yourself to go inward, to think about your life very seriously, perhaps about where you want it to go in some way, to try to find more of that stability in your life, some way more stability doing something that really resonates with you too. I think that's just going to be really positive. You know, we have so many changes here that are going on in life that I've been talking about. And I think these changes, if you can embrace the spirit of change, if you can make changes and see the changes as a good thing and not as a bad thing here, I think are meant to help us create the life we've always wanted, create the life we've always dreamed of, and to be more free to express ourselves and be ourselves than we ever have before. And I think today is the day to understand that, to make sense of it all, and to step into that, okay? And to not keep thinking about the past and wishing your life was different and thinking that all these changes are bad and thinking that you can't handle what life has thrown at you. I think today you need to get right with everything and feel better, and to know that you have what it takes so that you finally can begin to step forward, okay? So I think that's what's going on here, all right? Yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to say. Mars is eventually going to move into Sagittarius very soon here, also helping you to kickstart some new thing, really settle in to some new life and move forward. And I think now we're just preparing here, and we're getting right with our life and with where our life is going so that we can really start living a new thing and making our new life happen and living it in a much better way that's more in accordance with our beliefs, and where our beliefs are in accordance with the life that we really want. All right? So that's just what I'm going to say to you I hope it all made sense. Today is just a little bit different because there's not too much going on that's really detailed, especially with the moon, for me to break it down bit by bit. It's more of just like an overall message here that I hope came across all right. Okay, now your card for the day, here's the Empress reversed. This is interesting. This card reversed to me is usually when you need to nurture yourself in some way with this card. This is like the divine feminine, I think of this card. It's got the Venus symbol on it. It's like a woman. Sometimes I think of her as being pregnant, sitting like out in nature on a throne here. And I think this card is really meaning to me to get in touch with your feminine side, you know, to receive especially what life has to offer and what's coming to you. I don't think that today's a day to make progress in a really practical, physical way outwardly in your life to get things done, but I think there's so much to be done today inside, internally, emotionally, spiritually, intuitively, that is going to be good for you. And it may not feel like you're making progress because you're not doing things, getting a lot of things done, making a lot of plans, progress, moving your life in the right way, but I think you really are. I think by paying attention to what's going on inside you, what you need emotionally and spiritually is going to help you more than you can even imagine to do what needs to be done and to feel better and to make more progress, even if the progress isn't physical, even if it doesn't look like you're making progress. There's stuff going on inside you need to deal with that is progress, okay? And needing to nurture yourself emotionally through the process, needing to be gentle with yourself, needing to be kind with yourself, okay? And needing to just do whatever it is that you need here, yeah, to just get in touch with yourself and to feel better, all right? So I think that's what's going on today. I hope this all made sense. If you like my horoscope, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.